Okay. I want to have a serious conversation with everybody out there. Whether you're a teenager, whether you're married and in your 40s, if you are someone who uses condoms for birth control, or even to avoid STDs and STDs and whatnot, if you use condoms for anything other than pleasure, and yes, there are people who use condoms for basically desensitizing. If you use condoms for fun, opposed to actual protection, then you can just turn the video off and you don't need to hear the warning that I'm about to give. However, if you do use condoms for birth control or disease or virus control, then please stay tuned. What I want to talk about is Trojan Fire Ice condoms. And the reason that I want to talk about them is the rate of breakage on them is extremely high. Now, Trojan can do all the tests they want in a lab, but until they actually experiment with them in real life, they're not going to realize that there is a design flaw in them. There is a reason that so many condoms broke back in the 70s and the 80s, and yes, even a bit in the early 90s. Until condoms were designed with the reservoir tip, the rate of breakage was much higher than it is today. And the reason is that without the reservoir tip, the condom can be pulled tight against the urethra of the male. And when he ejaculates, it can split the condom wide open because of the forces involved. Basically, it's like putting a Kleenex on your nose just before you sneeze. The harder you jam it up against your nose, the more likely you are to have a blowout. And that is exactly what's happening with these condoms. They are literally splitting like a banana peel. They're just, for lack of a better word, they're exploding. And the rate of teen pregnancies has skyrocketed in our community because of this. Everybody thinks, oh, fire ice, that'd be fun. Well, I'm not going to use names because I didn't ask my doctor if it was okay. But let's just say there's a certain OBGYN in the Kentville area that has confirmed my suspicions. When I told him that my sister had gotten pregnant by accident because of Trojan Fire Ice breaking, he said, actually, that's quite common. I've had about 15 patients in the last year who said the same thing. And the sad thing is that he went on to say that they were all teenagers. He has had, in the last 12 months, 15 teenage patients who out and out said, yeah, the condom broke. That's why I'm pregnant. Then when you factor the amount of married women, like my sister, see, my sister was hoping to go off the birth control pill and onto the ova ring. It's the birth control ring that is put in by your gynecologist. Anyway, she was told that she had to go off the pill for 3 months before she could go on to the ova ring, which I don't think she understood. When I talked to the gynecologist, they told me the exact opposite. They told me that if I was going from the ring to the pill, I'd have to wait. But if you go from the pill onto the ring, you don't. Because the pill is delivered in small increments, the hormone. Whereas the ring is just one big blast of hormone. Anyway. So due to, I think, a miscommunication with her gynecologist, my sister thought she had to go off the pill for 3 months. Well, her and her fiancé at the time were using Trojan Fire Ice as the backup method. And I stated in a previous video that out of a box of 10 condoms, 6 of them broke. The 4 that didn't break were thrown in the garbage. Literally, out of all the condoms that they used, they all broke. 3 of them, I guess, like half of the broken condoms broke while being rolled onto the member. And the other 3 actually broke during coitus, at ejaculation. I want to stipulate that it's not Trojan that's the problem. And it is not their Fire and Ice lubrication that's the problem. The problem is the non-reservoir tip. And this is what I'm talking about, okay? Right here. And as you can see, a non-reservoir tip is going to hug the urethra area, the glands of the penis, much more than a reservoir tip would. A reservoir tip is exactly what it says. It is a tip that has a reservoir to catch the little soldiers, and without it, you have a much higher risk of breaking the condom. Now, as I said, it's the non-reservoir tip that's the problem in this case. But interesting little fact, according to Snoops.com, the Trojan Condom Company is actually owned in majority, stock-wise, by the Catholic Church. So a church that opposes birth control is the majority stockholder of a birth control company. Interesting. You can make of that little fact what you will, but I myself think that they're purposely designing their products to fail. Trojan has always been the company that ends in pregnancy. I think I've mentioned this before in a video, maybe even 2 or 3 videos, but everybody I know personally who's ever broken a condom, they were using Trojan condoms at the time of breakage. So my recommendation would be, if you have an alternative option, buy a different brand. If you want to try the Fire and Ice, buy the separate bottle of personal lubrication. Do not buy non-reservoir tipped prophylactics, okay? So thank you for listening, and I hope that I save at least one person from an unwanted pregnancy. One final little note that I forgot to mention. While I was researching and trying to find photos of different styles of condoms, reservoir versus non-reservoir, I came across a description of condom styles on the Condom Depot website. For example, reservoir tip condoms. These are regular condoms. The reservoir tip acts as a trap to collect seminal fluid. Form-fitted condoms. These condoms provide a better fit and more comfort. But when you get to the non-reservoir tip condoms, it says, these condoms feature a straight, wall design without a reservoir tip. They are used in the medical industry, i.e. for medical equipment like for ultrasound wands and stuff. And for those of you who don't know, yes, there are actual internal ultrasound devices for women who have tilted uteruses and stuff, because you can't always get a clear image using the external wand. And that's what they use, is these clunky condoms. They don't need a reservoir tip, they're cheap, whatever. Anyway, the website goes on to say that they're mostly used in the healthcare industry and for oral sex. They are not recommended as an STD, STV, or pregnancy protection method. So there you have it. An actual condom company is telling people these are not recommended as a protection product. They're a medical product. They're the same as, latex gloves, which are not recommended for sex. So just please, I'm begging you, do not stake your life, your health, your future, etc. on these stupid condoms because they break. So once again, thank you for listening and have a pleasant day.